Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody. Oh, we got some feedback going on. It's a fun show. Hi, Nancy. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Awesome. Hello.
How are you doing today, Nancy?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. I'm just making sure we got some feedback. I'm making sure we have the feedback. Sometimes that happens. We will find it. No worries. I know, right? It wasn't here a moment ago. It's probably me. Okay. So everybody, we're doing a reading show today, and I'm so blessed to have Nancy within the house. And she's fluid and flexible with spirit and me, as we are going to naturally just have fun and connect and talk about life and love. So again, I'm really blessed to have her in the house. And I want to make sure that for everybody who knows Nancy, or this is the first time learning about her, I want to make sure that I introduce her for a moment as we bring her in. And with that said, Nancy Muratalla serves as a spiritual evidential medium, spiritual trance healer, Reiki practitioner, and intuitive card reader. She is honored to work together with spirit to offer love and healing to those who have endured loss of loved ones, so they know that love is eternal. Her experiences and spiritual awakening through her own losses have encouraged her to share her abilities and teach others how to connect within. Thank you for being here with us, Nancy.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Hello, everyone coming on in. Hello, Fran, Jessie Cat, Green Eyes, Anne, Jennifer. Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. So off the top, just, is there anything that really inspired you when you came into like knowing on the show today that we were just going to share like from the heart, from spirit? Was there any topic that really grabbed you?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about, divine timing and really the timing of everything. And, everything has its flow, its momentum. And I know for me, there was a time that I would have never imagined even being able to do this kind of work. I never really allowed my brain to even go there, much less my heart. And, through many losses and really working through healing is where I really found that strong connection. And, in talking about divine timing, Jennifer Rose on her Embracing with Infinity today, she talked about, they talked a little bit about divine timing and the license plate, viewing, the timing has to be just so what goes into being at the right place at the right time, all of that, how it lines itself up, where it could also be the other way. So I'm really a true believer that, you're trying to get out your door, you're trying to get all your stuff together, you get in your car and you're like, oh shoot, I forgot something. And, I feel like you should probably take your time going back in. Maybe it wasn't the right time for you to leave. And I will tell you a quick little story. So my husband and I, we both work for the same company. And he's like, I have to work today. I have to go do, I have to go do a site walk. He's an HOA manager. I need to go do a site walk in Temecula. And I kept saying, today's not the day to do that. Like, don't do that. You shouldn't go do that. I must have said it multiple times as I kept saying, don't do that. And normally, like, yeah, just go, whatever, go. And I kept saying that. So sure enough, on his way home, he calls me and he's like, "You're not going to believe this." I'm like, "What?" And not only did a rock like hit his windshield, but it's like the size of a softball.
Oh, no.
And I think the first thing I thought to myself is, okay, that's okay. Like, if that's the worst thing that happened, that's okay. So take your time, because timing does allow itself to set up. And if there's a reason that you're not supposed to be on the road right at that time, then you're not supposed to be on the road right at that time. And, it's kind of like, divine timing in the sense of like, you're really, really sick and you're like, oh God, please, I promise I won't drink anymore if you just stop this. I think that sometimes we do get to a place where, maybe we were not open yet. And, grief or loss has happened. And I just did a reading for somebody yesterday that I would have never approached ever. But he had had a significant loss in his life and he was searching for answers and he was very open. And it ended up being such a beautiful reading. And I felt like he did get so much healing and he got a lot to think about, is really how he even said it to me. I have a lot to think about. And I'm like, boy, if it just opens somebody up just a little bit to help with their healing process, then we did our job. Spirit guided us the right way. So
Yeah.
divine timing is quite beautiful.
Divine timing is definitely a thing. We have earthly timing, right? And we plan and we think and our intention is very powerful. But divine timing is so much bigger than we can ever imagine. And it's millions, billions, threads of consciousness, of course, bigger than billions, just streamlining together, saying, yes, this is supposed to happen, or this has been lining up to happen for eons, and you're just going to play your part in it. And it's very, very exciting what parts we get to play or what unfolds. And yes, sometimes it's things that feel negative, and sometimes it's things that feel positive.
That's right.
And I really do believe in the divine timing of a readings. Have you found that? Have you found that people who have come to you, like, you can understand their story because you've gone through it, or that similar people come to you with similar ways of passing or loss?
Yeah, most definitely. And I also think that, when they do come to me, I also, don't put us up on a pedestal. We're no different than anybody else. I really try to enlighten people and tell them what my experience is, and, pay attention to the signs, pay attention, like, because they are there, but sometimes it's not in our awareness yet to notice them. So I really also try to share if they're open and they would like to hear that. I kind of feel into that to know whether or not you should offer that, but I most definitely try to share, everything that I have been through, in hopes that it might give somebody else, hope and calmness and the peace that they're looking for.
Yeah, I think we're all supposed to be sharing and helping to elevate each other. And I know when people share with me, you're open to the different ways lessons come to you. But it could be a client or it could be a friend. But when people share with me, I go, oh, I see through their eyes how they're living that and how that affects them. And it makes me really reevaluate the choices that I'm making always, because I see in them their energy, and I go, well, I don't have to do that either, or I can do more of that. That's so fantastic, like how they use their energy. And a lot of times we're not conscious with the way that we use our energy, even though, like, let's say we're very aware people or we're into spirituality. There's a lot of things that we do on autopilot, or that we're still healing and learning and getting beyond. And it does really take somebody's love awareness to say, like, hey, like, let's share some time and space with, like, genuine connection, genuine talking, genuine expression to really kind of bring these things to light, so you
Yeah,
can go,
absolutely.
well, I can choose.
Right, right. And I think we forget sometimes. I think we get wrapped up in so much earthly, nonsense going on around us that, sometimes we get upset with people or we get angry with people versus trying to realize, we don't really know what they're going through. We don't know where they're at on this plane at this moment in time. And maybe just to have a little grace and understanding, towards others. Is really, quite a hard feat sometimes because, our human nature wants to, get offended right away or get angry. And, I'm no different than anyone else. I want to, if somebody's in my way or not moving, you want to put your hand on the horn, and it's just like, what for? Like, you don't know what kind of day someone's having, and you just try to go in with a little bit of understanding, even though you don't know their story. You don't need to know their story. Just know to be a very graceful, loving person, and that will get you far.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it will get us far. And I do feel like when we're developing as mediums, as psychics, as healers, or just in our own spiritual development, I like to be very inclusive for everyone who's developing, whatever kind of thing you're choosing at the time. We have this journey where we might have enlightenment, or wow, like I felt spirit, or I saw something like color, the aura, or you come to further peace within yourself, and you go, all right, I'm here, I made it, I did it. But spirit is always upping the ante, because they're just like, there's so much more to go, and same with the people around us, whether they're friends or family members or a unique situation. We might have such compassion for people, and we might really see from their perspective, but spirit in life is going to send us a situation where it's just like, well, we're really going to make this one unique, tailor-made for you.
That's right. And it will keep repeating itself until you figure out and get it right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just until something, the lesson, goes into effect, and sometimes, we can't. Sometimes we are really the recipient of letting certain things happen. But you're right, everything comes back. Everything comes back. I very much agree.
It does. It really does. And I think that, when you're open to divine timing and knowing that you can't rush something that's not supposed to happen yet. I'm all about abundance. I'm all about manifesting, but it's still going to come in the timing that it is supposed to come in. And I think that's where we really have to learn to let it flow, let it go, have patience, because it does line itself up. You just have to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey of it.
Gotta enjoy the journey of it, and you could be like a Buddhist monk, spiritual warrior, and your child is gonna drive you insane, or your mom's gonna drive you insane, or your dad's gonna drive you insane, or your husband, or your best friend, your neighbor. It's meant to move you, literally, physically, spiritually.
And it's not easy, right? It's not easy. I mean, we all know we want something, we want it now, we don't want to wait, hurry up, give it to us.
Give it to us already.
That's just our human nature.
We really do have to kind of allow for the divine timing of, I can't figure this one out just yet, so let's see what happens. It's kind of like embrace you don't know the ending, right?
Yeah. Which is really
there's
part
no
of the
spoilers
excitement.
with some things.
Yeah, and that's kind of the exciting part of it. And honestly, if you knew everything that was going to happen when it was going to happen, I mean, how boring would that be?
Well, yeah,
we might think we want that, but I don't think we do.
No, everyone has so many different lessons, and it is really nice that
Exactly,
everyone
Jesse.
is so different. That's what makes
Yes.
this place, this realm so special. And I love Allison's like, the double-edged sword of free will. Yeah, it's
Yes.
a fun one. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of
Yes.
power in free will. And yes, we feel the ramifications of it sometimes. Debbie's giving some love. I want to say hello to everyone coming on in. Jesse, Allison, Iris, Melissa,
Jennifer
Lisa,
McCormick, everyone. Yes. Look at
Jennifer.
everyone.
Yes,
Thank you guys.
thank you, everybody. And for everyone who's coming on in, we are going to be doing readings in just a little bit. We're just talking for a couple moments and just going where spirit guides us, and then we will open up the space. So please, like, stick around if you would like a reading, or let us know you'd like a reading when we start going to names. What do you feel within your own lessons that really spirit tailor-made for you?
You know, I first of all, I feel like I'm still living it. I'm still learning.
Yes.
You know, I will tell you, when you find your people that are rooting for you, believe in you, it makes a big difference. I mean, yes, we need to find it within ourselves to believe in ourselves, to love ourselves. But I'll tell you, when you find your right people, it really takes away a lot of the fear of what you really would like to do. You know, my journey has not been an easy one. I've tripped and fell so many times. I've doubted myself, and I still do. You know, again, I've been at my, you know, my day job for 16 years, and sometimes I still question, like, really, should I'm the manager. Why am I the manager? I don't know that. I don't know how to do that. So I just think that no path has really been easy, and we're all really just the same. We're all kind of learning as we go and trusting and hoping. And, you know, I've really had to let go. I think the key for me is control. I want to control. I've always been, you know, I'm a full blown Leo, and I want to control everything around me. And I want to make sure it's done, you know, just so and just in this way. And I've really been learning to let it go and let it be and let it play itself out. And it's not been easy. Really has not. Yeah,
No,
not been easy.
I don't letting go is it's not easy, because we clench, right? And sometimes we clench really, really tightly. But that's something that I definitely have dealt with too, because certain people, they're more type A, right? And so the way you're describing me, you sound very type A, probably more so than myself. But I'm very type A when it comes to the mind. And I really much used to like specifics and understanding. I was very, very open-minded, but at the same time I go, oh, let me see if we can make that a black and white kind of distinction, right? And
Right.
I don't operate like that as a human, but I like to operate with that sometimes with my mind, to go, okay, let's see if we can, you know, really clearly define this. And yeah, that's, you can't read like that. You can't read like that. You can actually do a little bit more
No.
psychic work than that sometimes, but
Yeah,
definitely
that's been hard. Yeah, I really have had to work really hard at letting go of control. And it's still not the easiest. I feel like I have to have a plan. I feel like there has to be perfection. There really doesn't have to be perfection, because
No.
what's in perfection? If you don't trip and fall, and if you don't say, I made a mistake, or I didn't do that right, or I know that didn't go well, you're going to learn from that. You're going to learn from that. And that's great. How else are you going to learn? Right?
It's true. Like, so something that it reminds me of. So, like, I've developed throughout my time as a medium, certain years I've, you know, done like schooling, right, for it, had teachers, had mentors. And I know one of my mentors, they kind of highlighted, like, when you go and you come to a class, spirit will actually make sure that you're learning. And in order to learn, you can't do it 100% right, because if you're doing 100% right, or let's say you were having very high success, so sometimes it's not even about right or wrong, it's just about, is it working, right? Is it working for you in some way, or for your client in some way? And like, spirit will make you understand energy, so you go, well, what just happened here? What just happened here? I guess let me try this, let me try that. That's new. I don't know how to work with that. And if we were just getting it right, even if, like, let's say our mediumship or psychic abilities were doing really well, and all of a sudden we're like, what happened? We're not going to learn. We're just going to be happy. And yes, we all want to be happy. Like, it's actually very nice to be happy.
Right. And as Jennifer Rose says, they're always changing it on us, which drives me crazy, because again, I like to control everything and say, no, don't change it. I like it like that.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So really quick, Jennifer just has a question. I wanna go into your story a little bit. Jennifer says, I'd love to hear your story, Nancy. Sounds similar to my journey. The more loved ones I've lost, the more my intuition elevated, especially since losing my mom in 2018 and my partner in 2022. I've had the most amazing connections with them, but surprisingly, it's more during sleep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can definitely speak on that. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us. Jennifer, my mom passed in 2014. I will tell you something too that I do truly believe. I do always believe that we are open, but I will tell you, during my journey, I felt like each person that was really close to me that passed was there guiding me to open up even bigger, where I actually felt like this was the next phase that I was supposed to go into, to have this awareness. And I would wake up in the middle of the night, 3:15 every single night, and hear things, feel things. And I just knew none of it was a coincidence. I felt like I was being woken up. I later found out during a mediumship reading that was done for me, was that my mom was actually part of, if I don't know if you've all heard this phrase of like your soul contract or contract. I think that is, a different opinion on different people, but I definitely feel like my mom was a huge part of my contract of where I was supposed to go next. But I will tell you, through all of that loss and grief, I did not know what to do with it. I wanted answers. I wanted to, again, controlling. I wanted to get to the bottom of what happens, where are they? Even though I always, I was raised Catholic and I always had that belief system. But when you actually start losing people, you just can either go into, which I know there's several different, stages of grief. But you can really go into that isolated place, which I did. I went there. I eventually dug my way out, but I did go there. And, I just decided that I wanted to do something good with it. I wanted others to feel that healing that I got, every time, the group of people that I knew that were excellent mediums that were helping me along the way, even just getting the smallest of messages from my loved ones just lightened me up and made my heart sing. So, it's not an easy journey, Jennifer, and, just keep embracing. They're right there with you along your path. They're right there with you. And don't doubt for a second. If you feel them, smell them, see them, whatever the case is, know that they're there with you. They're just a thought away in general. Our loved ones are always just a thought away in spirit. And the veil of they're not very far apart.
It's just a moment away. And when we love someone so deeply, like mother, father, friend, husband, wife. When they transition, we still feel them. And we have these understandings of, I'm not sure what this is, but I know their energy so well, like the back of my hand, and I love them so deeply that I do feel that they're still with me in some way. And there are these moments that really open up, and yeah, absolutely. For mediums, it's very defining. It's very defining. Allison asks a question: is it true that they can't help us until we ask? That's a great question. I guess do you want me to? Sure.
Why don't we
And
go?
I'll hand it to you.
Okay.
What did you say? I'll talk and then I'll hand it to you. Or wait. We're ping pong here. Like, okay.
Mine's really quick. I just think that I definitely think, obviously, that we have free will. I do feel like we have angels and guides around us, and I do to a certain degree feel like we do have to ask for their help. Now, when it comes to our loved ones, I don't know that you need to necessarily ask for help. I feel like they are watching I also 100% feel like you are not only asking for guidance from them, they're also learning from you while they're on the other side. I 100% believe that it's a mutual exchange. So I just keep talking to them. Just have that dialogue.
It's true. I don't think there's a one size fits all. But free will is a very powerful thing, and sometimes they already are helping us, but since our intention and attention is not on it, we can't possibly sense or feel them. We're in this vibrational state, especially when we're going through trauma or difficulty, where we're very boxed in. And so with spirit, you open up. You actually open up wider within your energy. You open up way wider than what your normal energy is. And when you're in fear and going through really hard times, our energy actually constricts. So when we actually put our attention on, I would really like some help right now. Can I please have some help? Who's out there? We start picking up that, wow, okay, I think I got something, or I think I got a message, or some things have started happening, and we start picking up the help that is already there. I do really believe. I do also really believe that there's a lot of help that comes to us even when we don't ask for it. We go, wow, like a miracle happened, or I don't know who that was. And so I do think there's a lot that's going on. I do think that if you do ask for help, you will receive it too. Sometimes you come into your own power and understanding of, I can ask for help right now, and it just multiplies what's there. It multiplies what's there because more energy steps in to support you. So I don't think you have to ask. I think asking helps a lot, and I think asking helps connect you to knowing what's going on a deeper level.
Not to mention manifesting it, right? Yeah,
the manifestation, and we have like that, just like the angels and guides thing. We all have guides, we all have a team, and they're constantly helping us on different levels. And so you're really opening that channel up.
Yes, 100%. Like they're always with us, looking out for us. Absolutely, Lisa, they are. Yeah.
And Lisa, thank you, Lisa and Julie, for coming on in. Jennifer saying, yes, totally, the timing and numbers. When my grandmother passed in 2020, I want to say 2017, but it's not. 27? That doesn't sound right. 2007. There you go.
We're so well past that now, right?
I know. Like we're on all the pilots with the twos. In 2007, when I found spiritually, after losing my faith a little back in 2000 5, having my 3rd child diagnosed with Williams syndrome and another son with cerebral palsy. So I kind of lost faith for a while. Boy, did I find it again. Wow. Yeah, that is.
I don't blame you. That it's, you know, it's tough, Jennifer. It's really tough. It's a very, it's a tough road being here. This is definitely our school of hard knocks here. I mean, we really are put to the test to try to keep our faith up and continue on. And you know, God bless you for everything that you've been through. You know, while we do have Jennifer on here, I do want to talk a little bit because I do feel I definitely feel a lot of male energy around you at this very moment. And I'm sorry, I know there was a lot of messages going back and forth, Jennifer. I'm feeling like it would have been either a father or a husband. Would you understand either one in spirit?
And she's here. Just give her a moment to pop it down. I know she's live. Jennifer, do you understand? McCormick, do you understand a father or husband in spirit? She says, I'm blessed because I know I can give them love and compassion they need and deserve. It's my soul contract. Yes, my partner's in spirit. So she's talking about kids, and then yes, her partner's in spirit.
Okay. Because I'm feeling that first of all, I feel like he comes in very gently. I almost feel like as he's coming in, I can kind of feel him kind of caressing your head a little bit. He comes in I'm just really getting a lot of chills with this. I feel like he comes in very soft, very lovely. And I hear him saying, you know, I'm so sorry, baby. I don't know if he called you that, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm still here. I'm still here loving and guiding you. I'm also, and it's so funny, right when I was about to say that, I kind of went right to my nose. I feel like there is your twin flame. Oh, that's beautiful. I feel like there's some kind of smell. I don't know if it would be some kind of like cologne or something that reminds you of him, or I don't know how long ago this was, Jennifer, because I can almost even see you like having a little bit of like, I don't know, as a teenager, like we would love smelling our boyfriend's sweatshirts or wearing their jackets. So I feel like there's some scent that really like just takes you back. And okay, yeah, I just feel like you just take it all in. You're just loving on it. So he's taking me, kind of showing me that. I also feel like he is taking me to your, I feel like he's taking me through your house and specifically through your bedroom. I feel like he's showing me a picture that you have by your bed. You know, usually I don't walk through people's homes. I could be wrong of the room that I'm in, but I kind of feel like the kind of table that I'm seeing kind of looks like something that would be more in a bedroom. I'm just seeing that there's a picture that is very near you. Okay. He was 17. I was okay. Oh, beautiful. That's wonderful. So now I'm also seeing some other visuals that he's showing me. So I don't know if he's actually, oh, beautiful. I don't know, Jennifer, if he's showing me like what he's doing now, like giving me a little peek at what he's doing, or if this is something that he would have enjoyed doing here. Because I'm almost seeing that he's showing me like he's coming in kind of like Paul Bunyan, like he enjoys nature and kind of enjoys being a little bit rugged. I guess I'm almost seeing like a little bit of a cabin in the woods, filled with lots of pictures of the family. So again, I don't know if this would have been like his reality when he was here, or he's actually showing me how he has, I know this sounds silly, how he's kind of set up shop on the other side. if you can understand that. I just feel like he's really enjoying nature, and he's learning and growing. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I see, Jennifer. I just see him like cabin, wilderness, like he came through like kind of jokingly looking like Paul Bunyan, like holding an axe, like he's going to go chop some wood. Really, really lovely man. Gosh, he loves you so much. He's around you. He's around you a lot. And let's see, what else does he want to tell me? Oh, yes. Okay. Yep. Nature, all nature stuff is what he's showing me. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. So, okay. I also see, it's really, sorry, right before you talked about that, I also, fishing, hiking, wilderness is what the three things that were in my head to tell you. I also feel like he has a large dog around him.
Oh, wow. But she's referencing to the gardening and nature.
Oh, lovely. Work alone, his friend. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Oh, wow. Okay.
Sorry to hear that, Jennifer. You mentioned a dog. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just know that.
No, beautiful garden too that he's showing me. That's so lovely. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this would be a spirit animal, but I am seeing, and I'm just not good with breeds of dogs or really any animals, but I'm just seeing like a medium to maybe a little bit of a larger dog. Now keep in mind of my reference, I have a little multi-poo, and to me that's really little. So it may not be a huge dog, but it's not small. I mean, it's not medium small, but it's not huge either. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So German Shepherd would kind of fit that. So I definitely see a dog by his side. Again, I see them standing out in the wilderness. He's got the dog by his side. He almost even has like a hunting vest on. And I don't know where they're on their way to, but I feel like he's geared up and he's ready to go. Would you understand, not very good with names, but I'm going to just tell you what I'm hearing. Would you understand the initials R or J? And if not, that's okay. I'm just hearing R, and I'm also seeing the letter J.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Especially that J's coming in.
Okay. Jennifer.
Just give her a second.
Yeah.
If can I? Let's see. Yeah. Yes. Can I jump in too after too?
Yeah,
and then I'll pass back to you. Let me know if you have anything though. Let me know if you have anything, because I don't want to disrupt your flow. He says, yes, sounds like our dog. He passed 18 months after our other dog. She passed in July. 3 years ago. My mom's name is Rita, and you can take the J too. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Interesting. Like with the J, I really get like Jack or James. Were you gonna say something, Nancy?
No. I just was seeing J only. Yes, you go.
Okay. No. Hey, girl. You're on fire. It's just Jack, James, like Jake or something. I don't know. I just keep like Jack, James. So if you can understand any of those names, Jennifer, and I'm really so I was like tuning into what Nancy was bringing forward, and she like took me to your house and like the quarters and stuff. And so it's a mixture of, can you understand within like your house and the hallway, like there's a mixture of like light and dark. It's like light seeps in where there's like good lighting, but there's these pockets, like especially in parts of the hallway where it's just very dark. You say, wow, amazing thing. You can take the name John and the surname Jackson. Well, the Jack, maybe the Jackson, maybe. Mm-hmm. But there's something about Jake or something. Jake. So just think about that for a second too. I appreciate you being open. So I can take maybe the Jackson. But interesting. So what was I going to say? So there's the mixture of kind of how the light comes into the house, and it was kind of like this metaphor for how you've been transforming the house. Like, I feel like there's a mixture of good and bad days, which is very, very understandable. And there's so much like light that comes in through your son. And I feel like there's a lot of laughter, and I feel like he's coming into his own. Like, he doesn't know exactly like all the things that he wants to do, or that you want to do with his future, but he's very well taken care of, and he's very loved. And with love, we always get by. With love, that we always get by. And I feel like with what's going on with your son, like, they're just taking me to schooling, or even like future programs, that there will always be like future programs and funding and things that he can be a part of. Because sometimes it's a matter of, well, what are we going to do with the future? What are we going to do with the future? And I just keep seeing, it's like a mixture of your son's energy and a mixture of your husband's energy, just standing very, very tall. So if you can take that your husband was like tall, like 6 foot, like, yeah, I feel like stands tall. And he said, my youngest is very spiritual. And he said, yes, that's correct about the hallway. It's light by the front door, but it gets darker as you move down the hallway. Yep. And you feel so much mixed energy in the hallway. And he said, your youngest is very spiritual. Yes. Well, I feel like can you understand that your son would have been like tall like your husband? If you can understand that he would have been tall like your husband. Okay, so there's a reference to, and I can't figure out if it's both of them, but like one of them's very near 6 foot and the other one's like past 6 foot. Can you understand this? Yes, he's moving on to college next year. Partner was very tall. Okay, and so can you understand how your son is on the taller side too? It's like he would have taken after his dad. Like with like the genes within that, like he's just more bigger. You said could be my eldest son, Kelly. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, it's a reference to, I'm going off, and this is with schooling, and all programs are going to be taken care of. There's also reference to science. So I'm just making sure I'm with the right son too, but can you take this in reference to the son going away for school? And there's interest in science. There's interest in science, an interest in computers, but like science that has always been like connection to math has been easier, or just that side of life. Okay. Like some of us are very creative and some of us are very like, we're more stimulated by how things work and how things break down. So this is a reference to one of the sons, if you can understand this. So I'm just waiting for your comment for a second, but there also is a reference to, okay, you're saying, yes, he's going to school for science and technology. Thank you for understanding. And I feel like he's naturally very, very good at it. And it's almost like, I feel like he's going to be a part of like some club, organization, group that's going to continue to help him to learn and to help others. And I feel like he's going to have a connection with people who understand him. Okay, so I'm just seeing like he's well taken care of, he's embraced, he belongs, and that's really nice to see. Like when you go into college, sometimes it's like, well, you're finding yourself, right? Sometimes it's like, well, he's gonna be okay, like he's gonna go, he's gonna do what he needs to do and go past college. But I actually think college is actually a really, really nice time for him. He's going to be embraced. Thank you for understanding this. And I want to give this back to Nancy. And before I get, because I'm remembering all the things, right? But I want to give it back to you, Nancy. Like he's referencing, because like he loved of gardening, but he says that you've had to take up the gardening, and there's a reference to like marigolds, or like gold looking goldish yellow looking flowers. So it could be the marigolds, or it could be daffodils, but it could be like the marigolds. And he's just like, keep on it. And I just feel like you're not as passionate about the gardening, and he's just like, keep on it. on it, and he's trying to give you a memory where things were beautiful with the way that he would tend to things. And he wants you to put a flower. If you can't do a flower outside, always put a flower up in the house. And so he's like referencing like something gold, like the sun, like a picture of a flower, to give energy to the house. So if you can understand this, Jennifer, and then I'm gonna and you still have his rings, and you know it's like soulmates still. They're still soulmates, but in different planes, and he loves you, and you kept the cards, and I'm gonna give that to Nancy back to you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You know, I'm feeling all of those same lovey feelings. I feel like he's also coming in very strong to really just say thank you for all that you do to keep his memory alive. I feel like he's bringing you lots of beautiful red roses. He couldn't be more proud of you. He knows that you were saying when he passed, like, how am I possibly going to do this on my own? How am I possibly going to do this? And he always knew that you had the strength to do it, and he's been guiding you along the way. And I already know that you know that. I'm also feeling like you have some regret and disappointment of the things that you feel that you didn't get to do, maybe didn't do it enough. He really doesn't want you to have any regret, Jennifer. There's no room for that. There's no time for that. You know, he wants you to continue to find your joy, to find your happiness. He's always with you. And just to kind of go back really quick on the area that that Kelly pointed out, that hallway, I also feel like you're feeling a lot of energy in that hallway, because I feel like they want to be part of the everyday shuffle in your home. So I feel like they kind of go in and out of that area. So that might be what you're picking up on, because I do feel a lot of energy kind of resonating kind of in that area. And then I feel like at night, it's more in your bedroom for you to experience, for you to feel. So I want to leave you with that. He's, you know, so much love for you. God bless you, Jennifer. I'm really sorry for your loss, but you definitely have huge angels, tall angels cheering you on every single day.
All just like him. Tall angels, tall angels. I just, yeah, like the resounding consensus, I just feels like he's just so proud of you for everything that you're doing within the house. And there's been so many ups and downs. And like, even when there's a bad day, like, you know, you have so much, I feel, like light and faith and trusting that it's going to be okay, that he's just saying, wow, like you're so strong, and I'm so proud of how strong you are.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the light of the hallway, you know, the darkness and the light, and the darkness and the light, and it's just like, even when you see the darkness, you know the light. And so it's just a big metaphor for that.
Also too, because I feel like I'm supposed to say this to you, Jennifer. It was always supposed to be that way, because he says he wouldn't have been able to do it on his own. You are the stronger of the two. So I feel like he wouldn't have fed himself. He wouldn't have known what to do. You're the one. You're the strength to carry on the family. So again, God bless you, honey.
Thank you, Jennifer, and beautiful connection, Nancy. All right, so we've officially opened up readings, everybody. If you'd like a reading, let us know. We're gonna go up to some people earlier, I think, who were asking for readings. So I'm gonna pick somebody, and you can pick someone after me. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay. I think, let's see, Michelle. Michelle is open for a reading. All right. And so we had like Michelle and Allison up there, Jessie, Cat, and I'm trying to think of the people kind of popped in first. So we'll scroll up if we need to, or please, everyone, whose names I just said, if you're still with us, like, please pop down that you're still here, so we can come to you, because, you know, people who are here early, I just want to acknowledge you. Okay, so Michelle, you're open for a reading. All right. So as I tune into your energy, and I'm going to kind of like bounce it back to you, Nancy, if you want, and you can like pick up whatever you want to pick up too. And I really feel like with Michelle's energy, like I'm planning a lot, like I'm even bookkeeping. And so it's like very important right now that I'm getting my ducks in a row. And I feel like I'm looking at, it's like finances, bookkeeping, because I'm planning like a trip. I'm planning a holiday. And I want to make sure that I have everything in its place. So I do feel like you prefer to have things a little bit more orderlier than your average person. And let me know if you can understand this, Michelle, as I'm in your energy. And let me know if you're still here as well, because I know I went up top for some of the first. Okay, she is here. Good. Thank you. So with Michelle, like I just feel like everything is kind of like, how am I getting everything going into a place where I feel good and calm and and I feel like there's kind of the consciousness that wants to come forth of when everything's in its place, you're still like a little anxious, and you said yes, you are, for being like organized and everything. I said okay, so thank you for understanding that. And it's like they're letting me know that there's some things that are external and there's some things that are internal, and they're basically talking about changing like that kind of internal space where there's like kind of always something that needs to be done, and there's always something that could be improved upon, and spirit is kind of pushing you into I don't know if you want to do it but like some breath work, and like kind of just I almost want to, there's like it's like a representation of the work, a stack of books, or you know, that next thing that you have to do. It's kind of just like walk outside and kind of just forget about it for a little bit. And again, they want you to do, if you can, even more than one like outing. So you're planning a trip, but if you can actually plan some things where you're doing fun things in town, and they want you to plan that. They're like, put some of your efforts to planning that. And you said, yes, working on that, because they're just saying that even though you're making life less stressful, you're still stressed. And so they want you to know that. They're also flashing me a ring again. And so I get rings in different capacities, but they're flashing me the ring for you because they're saying, break out your jewelry. Break out your jewelry. Again, it's about like embracing the moment, having fun with life. And you created enough stability in life where, again, have fun. So it's like, I'm wearing a ring. They want you to break out a ring. I don't know if you have a ruby or something, but they want you to break out like some of the stuff that makes life beautiful. They're showing me like a fish, go out and have a nice meal. Yes, there's always a time and a place for it, but sometimes it's just because. So the breath and the joy and the pleasure, they're infusing that into you, and they're saying, come on, take life. And I want to give that over to Nancy, and then I can bounce back.
Beautiful, Kelly. You know, I am feeling a lot of cycle changes for you right now. So Michelle, I feel like you have not been in a very easy cycle. And sorry if that doesn't make sense. I talk in cycles sometimes. I feel like we go through different periods of our life, where maybe things feel like they're going really smoothly, and other times they feel like everything is an obstacle. I feel like you have been going through it a bit, which I also feel like has caused you a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. And I feel like you don't 100% even know why you feel like that all the time. I can see you sitting up in bed, and I almost feel like I can see you kind of just like holding your head because you're like, I want to sleep. I want to rest my brain. I just want to get some good sleep. And I feel like sometimes you struggle with that. definitely, I feel like you've got a little bit of insomnia going on, where that can also cause us to not, when we don't get enough rest, it doesn't allow our body time to heal and replenish and, rejuvenate itself. But I do feel like that cycle is shifting for you. So as Kelly talks a little bit about, put your rings on, dress up, go eat, go out to eat. I think it's all a state of mind. I know for me, like even when I, excuse me, when I work remotely from home, I like to do my makeup. I like to put clothes on. I like to feel good because it just puts me in a different state of mind. And it just makes me feel very productive and good about myself, right? So I definitely feel like you do need to focus a little bit more on really filling up your own tank. And with that, I also feel like I have some, I feel like I have a male energy coming through that might have been associated. I don't know. I feel like someone's coming in and saluting me. So I don't know if it's just because yesterday was the 4th of July. But I feel like I have somebody coming in that's kind of saluting me. Would you understand, and a male, would you understand a grandfather, father, somebody who may have been in the military that's crossed over? Give Michelle.
Are you seeing him like on the shorter side, Nancy, to this gentleman?
I am, yes.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing who you're seeing. Michelle, do you understand this?
Okay.
She does.
Okay. So I feel like he comes in just not very talkative, but he's very saluting because he wants me to identify, so you know who it is. I'm also feeling, okay, perfect. And I actually feel a blend of both of them. And I feel like they are definitely around you. I'm also feeling a reference to the year 1965. I don't know if that has a significant meaning for you or not. And also the number 59. And again, I'm not the numbers girl, Kelly is. I don't know if it's a reference to like May 9th or the actual number 59. But I'm just seeing 1965 and then the number 59. And they just want you to know that they're here and around you, and they're sending you a lot of love. I'll give it back to you.
Wasn't born yet. Do you mean, excuse me, I'm so sorry. You mean you weren't born yet, Michelle? Or well, there's some type of reference to that. But you're picking up on something, Nancy. I heard like a lot of music. I saw like dancing around that time. But can you understand that your grandfather, because I feel like this is your grandfather, I'm aware of that with father and grandfather. Can you understand that like he wore his belts like higher? Because I'm just like, I wear my belt a little higher, and I'm kind of like this go-getter, and it's almost like you're a little bit practical like grandpa. You're a little practical like grandpa. You put your mind to something and you kind of get it done. So you said, I'll look up those. So she's saying reference to you, Nancy. I'll look up those dates. Number, I wasn't born until 1970. It's something connected to grandfather, though. It's something connected to grandfather that he's referencing. That she's picking up, but that makes sense. But I just feel like grandpa is older, a go-getter, but I feel like dad is more serious than grandpa. And he said one of my grandfathers wore his pants high. Well, that's the grandpa that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is quite high. You said it, okay? They're quite high. Okay. And this man is on the shorter side, if you can understand. And I'm just seeing the high-waisted belt, what looks to be like, the khakis and a short sleeve dress shirt with this man. And this man was, again, a little bit of a go-getter, practical, a little bit type A like you. And so, okay, just let me know if you can understand. And he really, like, I feel like this was a man who would encourage, and he would make little jokes, and he'd like, yes, he was short too. Okay, so this is, All right, so maybe I'm getting one grandpa and you're getting another grandpa, or maybe we're getting multiple grandpas. But
Right, right. No, I feel like we're getting the same grandfather because I saw short and a little stocky.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, but I'm gonna hand it back to you in just a second, Nancy, so you can whatever you see to as well. But this is a man who was very much like, I feel very certain with some things. So again, some of his jokes were very to the point, boisterous laugh, or he'd look you in the eye and kind of like let you know what he was thinking. And he's basically telling you, even though I was so serious with you at times, and would encourage you, it's because I wanted you to know that I was here for you. I wanted you to know that I wanted you to feel good. And it's just like this. I took life so seriously because I wanted to just make sure I enjoyed it. It's like he's like basically saying like, come on, you got this, girl. Like, come on. And you said, yes, that sounds like my mother's dad. Oh, I was joking. Yeah. And the pranking, yes, was definitely felt with like the way that he laughed and everything. That absolutely makes sense. Absolutely made sense. But I feel it. Can you understand that, this gentleman would have, excuse me, he probably, there's something connected to that because I'm getting some physical things too. But can you understand that this man would have invested or dealt with, they're showing me a tie on him, and that's like connected to business investments, or having your own business at one time, or doing things outside the norm, with your job. So a little bit entrepreneurial, a little bit creative with how he got money. And so he's encouraging you to not play by the rules because he didn't always play by the rules. Okay. So he wants you kind of to mix it up, and kind of, he like nudges your like cheek a little bit, and he's like, come on, like, come on, like, take a gamble, come on. And he winks at you. So, and there's a reference to a handkerchief. I don't know if that's his though. All of a sudden there's a reference to a handkerchief, like a bandana looking handkerchief. You know how some of them, they have those, the designs on the bandanas, like, and there's some type of reference to that. I don't know, like, he's handing it to you, but I'm not sure that it's his. I'm not sure what that is, but if you can understand that, you're saying yes. But he wants you to go and have fun. That's the number one thing, that's for sure. I'm going to hand that to you, Nancy, with whatever you're picking up to as well.
Beautiful. So, with the year 1965, oh, it's so funny. It just registered to me too, because I happen to have been born in 1965. So I know that was 59 years ago. And it's funny thing is that I got 1965 and then the number 59, which didn't even come into my planet when I had these numbers given to me. So I feel like on your grandfather's side, it would have been something a little bit more significant, I think, with your grandfather and maybe your grandmother. Would your grandmother be on the other side? I feel like she is. Because I'm also feeling like he was a bit of a ladies' man, and I feel like he had a way with women. But your mom, or excuse me, your grandmother was his pride and joy. So I'm really feeling a lot of, and again, I know that would have been a long time ago and things were much different. Okay. Things were much different back then, but I'm just hearing some of that old music that Kelly had kind of talked about. I can hear it playing in my head, and I can hear them dancing. I can see them dancing and having a really great time together. And those times were really quite spectacular. And, I'm also feeling that he wants you to have all of those things. And I'm also feeling for you that, there's transition happening for you. There's some baggage that needs to be literally just dropped off and let go. So for me, I just really want to leave you with walking through whatever your struggles, whatever your challenges are. You got this, girl. Just try to get more rest However that looks for you, meditating, grounding, taking walks, whatever you need to do. I feel like your body needs time to replenish. And I think that's half of your battle. So I'm gonna leave you with all of their love. They were really fun people to work with for me. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle. And Nancy's reminding me, because like I was seeing you from what Nancy was seeing, like sitting up in the middle of the night, not being able to sleep. And, there's like a reference to water being beside the bed. And I just feel like and again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, I'm not making recommendations, nothing like that. But it felt like that there was some type of like whether it's a supplement or a pill to help go to sleep, and it was just like that's not the one that seems to be working with your body. Like sometimes we take things, we go like, well, if I'm not sleeping, then I'll take something, but the problem still persists. So I feel like if you don't feel like it's helping your body, if you don't see any action of it like really really working with you, I would keep looking. I would keep looking, and that's what I want to say. Okay, so just the spirit world is looking out for you, and that's what I really want to say about that.
Yeah. Lots of love to you, Michelle.
All right, she says I completely understand all of this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope she understands. Okay. All right. Yes. It's time to switch. Time to switch.
Okay. I want to go to, I don't know if there's more than one Vicky, but if I can come to Vicky, are you still here with us?
Vicky, let's see. Vicky?
Oh,
Vicky,
yeah,
are
Vicky
you in the house? Vicky Stokes?
Okay, Vicky. That was her message from earlier, so we just need to see if she's actually still here.
Vicky, if you're in the house, let us know. I know people pop in and out. Hello, Jeremiah. Hello, Nicole. People are just giving some love. Hello, Maggie. It's great to see Maggie. Hello.
Okay.
She was in here just a second ago.
Yeah. Okay.
She had another comment saying bless her.
Oh, is that?
She's not back yet. So Vicky, if you happen to come back, say hi. Just
we can come back to you.
We'll open the reading for you, but we're gonna probably go somewhere else right now. Okay. You get to choose, Nancy, whatever you feel, whoever you feel.
I think I want to, for this one, I feel like I want to kind of describe who I'm bringing in.
Do it, yeah.
Who it resonates with. We'll kind of make it a little bit of a game.
We're opening up the space. So Nancy is the spirit with us. Please, whoever can understand this, let us know.
Okay, so I have a male coming in with very beautiful, sweet smelling cologne, like just amazing scent. And I am feeling like it would have been perhaps somebody's father or father-in-law. And I'm feeling more drawn to it being for a woman that's here in our audience. So I feel like I have a father-in-law coming through, but he's actually coming through on behalf of giving a message to his son. And I know I'm kind of just throwing this out here, but I feel a very strong presence of him to get his message out. His son is not very open where you are, and he has some messages that he wants to give to his son. Would be father. Okay. I'm feeling like this man was very stubborn. I'm feeling like that they didn't always meet eye to eye. And okay, so I'll just kind of keep going. I feel like they didn't always meet eye to eye. He does come in very gently because I feel like there's a part of him that is not 100% sure he's welcome, but he feels a little safer coming into this space. Because again, I don't think that his son is open yet to these messages, but he's acknowledging. It's quite a very enduring message. I mean, he's just coming through very, very lovingly, very apologetic, kind of even telling me that he loved the only way that he knew how, and he knew that he was a very tough parent. He was a very tough father. And I feel like the person that this would have been for has some maybe heavy things on their mind right now, where there's a need, but I don't know that he would admit that, gosh, I would love it if I had a father figure right now come and help me.
So really quick, so there was a couple people that were talking about how they have a father-in-law in spirit. So can you really quick kind of just repeat some of the things that you're feeling for this person so someone can come forth?
Okay. So again, he was not a very easy man to deal with. He was very, very set in his ways. And the apology may also be for you as well. I shouldn't restrict it just to the son. I feel like this gentleman would have been a very tough person to have experienced. Okay. And
so Maggie says possibly, Debbie says possibly.
Brother, possibly my dad, for my closed off brother. I feel like whoever is in need of this message right now is somebody who would have appreciated having their father here right now with them. And I just really feel though this individual is coming forward because they wish that they could have been that person when they were here, but they weren't. It was a very tumultuous relationship. But they're here now, and they really, really want to show this person just how apologetic, how sorry they are, and just to really give them a lot of love. I know this is a little bit of a vague message, but this person has been with me all morning, and I feel like I just need to say these words out loud. In however way you might be able to take it, please do.
Well, Debbie says she can understand this, and Maggie says, yep. So you have two people who can understand this.
Okay. Now, the brother, the son, or the husband, whoever they are referring to that's having some heavy issues going on right now, I feel like it's emotional issues, but I also feel like it could also be physical. It could be also work related. I feel like they're going through something pretty significant right now. Okay. And the message is really that it's going to work itself out, that take a step back, because sometimes when we're trying to work out our issues, we're looking this way, but there's other ways to go as well. And I feel like the message is this person did not have that ability to process and navigate and be open-minded, okay, if you will. And I feel like this is about being a little bit more open-minded, maybe seeing things a different way, maybe taking another path. Because if that path is not working, there's always another way. So that's where I feel the heaviness of the message is also impactful to the person receiving this.
I'm just picking up something very small from it, and I don't You can let me know if this is related, Debbie or Maggie, because these are the two people who are really connecting. Like, I'm seeing this man, and I believe this is like the father-in-law, and I'm seeing like short brown hair, and this is someone who would have kept his hair and his appearance more looking nicer. So he was aware, he was conscientious of his appearance, and this was a man who again did come across as looking a certain way, presenting a certain way, but he did have this anger and he did have this tension, and I'm keep being reminded within his energy that he was angry very often, and he did not know how to really work and rectify that, and it really spilled over into other parts of the family. And when he passed, that again, that was never fully rectified. So even though he was present in people's lives, it was almost like there were some times where he wasn't able to guide people through their own emotions, and he wasn't able to actually be present because he'd be checked out sometimes managing his, even though he was still present within the family and he was still a family man. Both of you can understand this, okay? Okay, interesting. And it's really like going into like, if you can understand this too later within his life, when he was sick, when he was close to passing away, he had like second chances. He had second chances where he started becoming calmer because his body wasn't as strong, and he had near passings, if you can understand this, because his body just could not, when you are on edge all the time, your body has to surrender. You have to surrender. You have to change. And I just feel like he was slowly changing, but he just couldn't really get there, and his body really gave out. And then you're just saying, yes, okay, you're talking about my dad. Okay. And there's an apology. There's an apology for basically not understanding what was important in life sometimes. There was an apology for misunderstanding the proper way to do things and what power really was. And when I say what power really was, it was almost like, again, he put up a certain front, and he had like a certain superiority complex, even at time, if Debbie or Maggie can understand this too. And really he was just like, if you can act a certain way, then you got it together. And he just wants to let you know, thank you so much for doing the work that he couldn't do. And thank you so much for doing the work that he couldn't teach you, because he was such an emotional man, and you are so emotional too, but you are navigating it better than he ever could. And he's acknowledging that, like, so there's acknowledgement to, interesting, there's acknowledgement to a pack of cigarettes. And forgive me, I can't understand if that would be him or that was you at one time, but there's acknowledgement to a pack of cigarettes. Really interesting. I usually don't see that, just a pack just hanging out there. And it was almost like cigarettes were used as a stressing and a coping. And so him, okay. All right, thank you. And you're like saying, yes, I feel bad that he missed out on life and love, and felt so sad for him when he passed. He quit. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like someone quit, so I didn't know if you quit or if he quit. But what I'm really feeling like is there's like tremendous relief after the quitting, and I just feel like I can breathe again, and it's almost like Vicks Vapor Rub. I don't know if he would put that on his chest, but he was saying, I had relief from my stresses from time to time. I had releases from my stresses, and he just wants you continue to learn ways to learn how you find relief within yours. And he's showing me like the pool, he's showing me the ocean, he's showing me that like you have figured it out. And anytime that you have trouble with your anger, because girl, I feel like you're a little bit of a hothead sometimes, because you get that from dad. But he's just saying, think of me and I will help you. I'll actually help you calm down. I couldn't do that before, but now I do that now. And he puts his arm around you and he kisses you and he says, thank you for being such a sunshine. Thank you for being such a sweetheart, because you were, if you can understand, sometimes he would be distant, but you truly were daddy's little girl. You're like, he was a stranger in our home his whole life, and he quit smoking and felt better. Ha ha ha. You really, really would always try to light him up, if you can understand that, lighten up and give him sunshine. And you were daddy's little girl because of that. So he's like, thank you so much for having that fire within you. And it reminded me of me, and he wants to blow a kiss to you. Yes, I was this girl of 5 kids. Yes, yes. There is a reference to, even though he was a stranger in the home, can you understand that he was still a family man around at the same time? So I am distant, but I'm still around. So there's acknowledgement that he did try. It's just he couldn't control. He couldn't control a lot of who he was. Okay. And so, yes. Okay. Yes. You understand that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So he kisses you and he says, really, all my love, all my love. And I'm going to hand that to you, Nancy.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Absolutely. He did miss out on life, and he's well aware of that. I think that his own anger, his own demise just got in the way, unfortunately, when he was here. And it's really unfortunate, because I think that there was a deep sadness that he actually really did experience. But it kind of got shuffled all the way down. He did not let anybody see it. So again, I know it kind of came all over the place when it first came. I really felt like I had to share what this person needed to say. And, at the same time, I agree with Kelly. I feel like he showed up for things, but he wasn't easy to, he wasn't easy to work with. So again, I send all of you, however this resonated with any of and all of you, lots of love to you.
Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you, Maggie, for us reading for you. Thank you so much. We can, if you want, Nancy, we can pick a quick card for some people to close it out.
Sure.
Thank you for, for sticking around with me. Sometimes we naturally go a little longer. So thank you for being here with me. I'm having a lot of fun with you. And Maggie says that this makes total sense, physically present, but a stranger. Maybe Debbie too. And Maggie says, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
So that's really much how it felt.
I just want to check in really quick if Vicky came back.
Vicky, are you in the house?
She may not
be back at any time. Well, Vicky, girl, we'll get you some way someday.
Okay. No worries. Sure. Where would you like to go, Kelly?
Let's go to, let's see. Callie, are you still in the house? Callie, are you still in the house? Let's see. Callie, are you still in the house? If not, we're just gonna pull who's ever here at the end, because we had a lot of people coming in and out, and we're just making sure who's still here. Michelle is awesome. I don't think Callie's still here. Beautiful messages. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Debbie says, I'm here. Woot woot. I'm open for a card. Jesse says, Sue's here. Lisa's here. Okay. So I'm going to we're going to pick where we go. I'm going to pull a card for Debbie really quick, because Debbie could take a lot of this, and then I'm going to just go to someone else really quick and hand it off. So, sometimes when we have more than one message, we go, all right, let's get into it. I do feel like when I was with Spirit, I do feel like I was with Maggie, because I've seen Dad and I've seen the lighter brown hair, and I just kept being really connected to Maggie's energy, but Debbie could take so much naturally of it.
Yeah.
And I do feel like this is like within lineage, this is for Debbie. This is in lineage, this is for the message. That times are truly, truly changing. Okay. And so you could take this gentleman for father-in-law, Debbie, and really he's coming in, and he's kind of actually talking about you more so than he is himself right now. And he's basically saying, like, the rules of the game has changed. He's saying that regarding like family and circumstances and regarding hardships, like the game has really changed. And you were a different person back then, even though you were the same person. And so you've always had this feistiness, you've always had this fire. And he like respected that. Like he respected that you gave pushback, if you can understand this. So he would look at you and be like, okay, I see you, I see you. And from the other side, he still sees you, but in a much bigger, most multifaceted, more multifaceted way. He says, most definitely double dragons. And he really like says that you can have it. And so the reason why I say that is because this was a man who he was a firecracker, but he kind of like, I'm trying to figure out the feeling because he's giving multiple feelings. I'll just describe it then. He's giving me a feeling that like he really prized people who are sharp and smart, and he tried to be good with his money. But he always wasn't so good with his money, but he was very concerned with money. He was very fixated with money. And so from the other side, like he's basically saying like, you can go get that money, girl. And so he's like, you can get it, you can get it. And he's acknowledging again your sharpness, and he's proud of you. And he just wants to give you some love. And he flashes me something like a gold bangle or a gold watch. So I don't know if he wore a gold watch, but he flashes me that from the other side to give love. And you said you can take, and he was concerned with money. You can take that. Yes. Educated, smart. Let's go. Chi-town. Yes. Okay. You're very funny, Daddy. But he's just saying times are changing, and with if you're overwhelmed and everything, it's just like it's like you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta invest in yourself before you go out there and invest. You gotta invest with yourself. So you're gonna have like this tag team of I give myself all this investment and love and care, and then I can radiate that, because he's just saying you're natural. Just it's sometimes you get overwhelmed. Take care of yourself. I don't know. I know that sure, that sounds like a very generic message, but apparently that was very important. That was very important. Okay. So and again, here, you choose who you want to go to, Nancy, and I'm going to pull another quick card for somebody else too. I just want to make sure
I have something for Debbie too.
Okay.
And I know she talked about like fighting, and I do have the King of Swords for you. Because I am feeling a little bit of that masculine fighting charge energy, even though girl power's got it too. But I definitely feel a lot of flow with you right now. So I will say, which anyone who knows Debbie knows that she's such a go-getter, and I feel so much abundance around you. So much of your dreams are manifesting for you right now. You have lots of career opportunities coming your way. I almost think that you have so many career opportunities coming your way right now that you're almost kind of pinching yourself. Even though you've worked hard to get there, I feel like you're almost pinching yourself. Like, is this for real? What's happening? But at the same time, you're trying to find your balance, because I do feel like you're head over heart right now. I do feel like you have a lot of truths and a lot of honesty that you're trying to work through. You're really trying to find your mental clarity. You're trying to find out what really is going to make your heart happy, make you blossom, continue your growth. You're asking yourself a lot of questions right now, even though you do have a lot of the answers, but you don't have all of them yet. It's kind of a little bit of a work in progress, but I am getting the Wheel of Fortune card for you. You definitely have good luck and karma on your side right now. I'll tell you that for sure, girl. You definitely have, you've almost like tipped to a turning point, and there is no going back for you. You have tipped the scale. You are on your way to, what did she call it? Chi-town? What is it?
Chi-town. She said Chi-town.
Okay. You're on your way there. So you have the Wheel of Fortune as your ending card, and you've got the world in your hands. You get to choose what you're going to do with it. So lots of love to you, our girl Debbie. Thank you.
Debbie, 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 Debbie,
Woo,
Debbie.
woo, woo, as Debbie would do. And we got to bring in the Debbie energy. Woo, woo, woo. You go, girl.
She goes like, let's go. Coming in hot. That's Debbie. Coming in hot, Nancy. You go, girl.
I know we don't measure even as close on the Richter scale as her, but we're trying. Let's go.
Like she brings it. She brings it. I love it.
Oh.
Let's go. Okay. So,
Yes.
Nancy, did you want to choose anybody? Because we both got Debbie. Is there anywhere that you wanted to go? Because I want to get one other person. I'll grab somebody if you want to as well. So I'm gonna
go ahead and go. And I think I have one last one that we can maybe end with. So go ahead and go, Kelly.
Exactly. Perfect. So I'm just gonna do a quick one. So who was asking? All right, I'm gonna give it to Ricky R. Green. I'm gonna give it to Ricky. I just feel like I want to go into his energy. Okay, I got the summer song card. So this is very short and sweet. But Ricky R. Green, if you're still with us, if you're with us, cool, you can watch this. But this is a summer song card, and it's all about making sure that you are taking a break to really savor things happening around you. Sometimes we're in the day-to-day, sometimes we're in the hustle bustle, and I feel like you've been doing a lot to further your career, and I feel like you've been in responsibilities with family, and like you're really pushing yourself. Even with friends, you're trying to be present, you're trying to be there for everybody. And you said, I am connected to the etheric fields. Cool. But I feel like you're really pushing yourself. You're really trying to push yourself out of your element, and you're trying to move forward and be there for others. And they're letting with the summer song card, it's just about taking a relax, taking a break, and having the balance restored. So I'm going to hand that over to Nancy. Very short and sweet, but I'm going to hand it over to Nancy.
Awesome. So I would like to go to, oh my gosh, I just had the name, Jessie Del Rey.
Oh. Jessie, yes, Jessie's in the house. Let me go. Okay. Jessie, let us know when you're in the house. I'm pretty sure you're here. Where's Jessie? Jessie.
Oh, that's great, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yeah, that's great.
There you go. I knew he was here. I'm like, Jessie's here.
Hi, Jessie. Hello. Okay, my friend. I'm feeling like you've definitely had some stuff going down. You've had some painful endings. I almost want to feel like I don't know if I want to use the word betrayal, but I feel like you've had some stuff has happened in your life that I feel like you are processing, and I do feel like you are processing it well. And I do feel though there is a little bit of I feel my heart. I feel like there's a little bit of heartbreak here. And I hope you take this in a positive way, because I feel like all of the things that have happened to you, and when I talk about that, I feel like it's a little bit more recent. It could have been, the last several months, but I feel like you've had some stuff happening in your life that haven't felt so great, and you're trying to kind of navigate your way through it. I am feeling a little bit of heartbreak. And I don't know if you have a significant other. I'm feeling like you are going to need to learn to agree to disagree. If you don't have a significant other in your life, I feel like you need to stop the negative self-talk and just allow your heart to be open. Allow the love to come in, because I feel like past situations have really kind of really scarred you, really hurt you to the core. And again, allow the beautiful miracles to come through. Allow yourself to stay open. Allow yourself that time to heal and learn from whatever has happened to you. And yes, sometimes we do need to walk away from certain situations. Yes, we do need to walk away from some people that the energy doesn't feel right for us, or they don't allow us to grow and blossom the way that we should be allowed to do, and they can actually hold us back. So I am sending you a lot of love. I know you have the strength. I know you have the dignity to do all that you want to do.
Oh, okay. He's acknowledging that he currently doesn't have a partner, but like he's felt that they're out there. He's felt that they're out there because he's saying I can connect psychically. I can connect to my twin flame without ever meeting them yet. So he's so. But
Beautiful.
I feel like and let me know where you want to jump in, Nancy, because I don't want to again if you're on a track. But I'm connecting to what you're saying, Nancy, because I was in Jesse's energy, and I'm just like, that's a very, very important message, because you're talking about you're going to have to like be patient and forgive. I think that's what you said. And I really feel like, you know, when we have, it's acknowledgement to first love or like a first passion, you know, I just feel, Jesse, that there's like that first big relationship coming where it's like, it's meaningful, it's real, it's long standing. And I feel like when that comes into your life, you're going to have to look at that person like a spiritual being, but also a soul, because there's a lot of things that she's going to be learning too. And so you're going to have to be very, very patient with her, and very, very patient with your own soul, but very, encouraging and patient, and a lot of forgiveness is going to be needed because we're all human. Even though the love is so beautiful, we're all human. So just to have compassion with yourself and others, and even if others hurt us. And so this is going into the friends of betrayal that Nancy was picking up too. As funny as it sounds, even if people are cruel, they're doing the best they can in that moment. I know that sounds really counterproductive, and sometimes there is ill will, and sometimes that's just that's not good. It's just not good. But for whatever reason, the part of them goes, I had to do this. I have to survive, so I have to do this. So distance yourself from people who are not of your same vibration. And in terms of love, you know, if a love ever does not match your vibration, gently and lovingly walk away, because they will rise up and meet you if they're the right person. And if they're not the right person, you will walk away and you will find someone who matches you. So it's a matter of, with love, don't hold on too tightly, but don't push someone away too. Just lead and let them come with you. Lead and let them come with you. So, yes. And the reason I'm saying this very strongly, because there has been very strong, like either yes or no, or betrayal or friend, or you love me or you don't. And it's very mixed up. So you can gently lead sometimes. You're going to have to gently lead sometimes, as you forgive others. And if they are good for you, they will come with you, and they will try to level up and rise up. You have to see that they want to learn, level up and rise up. That's your sign. So,
yeah.
I'm just very passionate about that, Nancy. That's all I have to say.
Very nice, Jesse. He said, oh, yes, I even pray for those who tried to betray. I see the bigger picture. I understand. I absolutely feel that about you, Jesse. I feel like you do have the insight. You have the ability to see beyond. And I feel very strongly about that for you. And that is not an easy thing to say, that you even know how to do that, or that you're actually putting that energy out there to try to send them love when somebody has hurt you. But that is the best thing that we can do, is send them the love, send them the prayers, and then protect our energy. So God bless you, Jesse. I send you so much love. You're such a loving soul. I mean, it's just radiating all around you. I just see lots of blue and purple just all over the place with you. So, wow.
That's
You
true.
are bigger than day, bigger than light, everything.
He's in it. He's in the spiritual. He's in the spiritual quest, and he gets the bigger picture of it all.
Yeah, he really does.
Nancy, thank you so much for being here with me today. You went longer with me. You're a sweetheart. You're a doll. And Thank you for all the lovely messages that you delivered. Maggie was saying thank you to you up top. There you go. And love from Jessie. And hi, Myra, people who are coming in. Hello, Claire. And Jessica, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jennifer McCormick is saying thank you for her reading too as well. Is there anything you'd like to say before we part as we close?
Gosh, I'm just sending everybody so much love and healing. You know, we're all in this together. You know, just keep radiating and don't let anyone dim your light. Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Please, everybody, keep your light strong. We will see you next week. I will be having Alice Treveau on for the Psychic Hour, and you will catch us on Wednesday and Friday for that, for the reading show again later in the week. So with that said, please go with love, light, and luck, and don't forget to live, everybody. Thank you so much, Nancy, for being with us here today. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.